Hello. Still just doing some setup real quick, off camera. Alright, hello everyone. I am a little sick today, but that ain't gonna stop us, you know? We are gonna go on today to take my very first OC. Oh, not my very first OC. My very first, ttrpg character. Yushe. And thought it'd be fun to get on live and try to redesign her for Cerebelle. This is a fun thing. I still love her design, but it doesn't fit the world. And I just thought we can go ahead and try that today. I thought, oh, there's my stylus. I was like, I'm so set up, I'm ready. And then I couldn't find my stylus. I just found it. There we go. So, the people who've seen the thumbnail, that's some old art of her. All of the art I have of her is old. My first ever ttrpg was actually Cyberpunk Red. So here we go. On to live. I'm slowly but surely bringing back all the assets I accidentally had freak out. So I thought first things first, since I haven't drawn her in ages, is just to try to draw her. Just her normal self. Because it's been a very long time since I've drawn her. I'm going to try drawing her from memory, because I did have to look through some old art already to find her in the to find something for the thumbnail. I do miss playing her. I always think, like, maybe I could add her, like, as a NPC or something to another show, or different character or anything like that. Oh, I forgot to tell YouTube that I wasn't going to be streaming last week, but I did tell the Discord community. Man, I gotta work on that. Last week I was out of town, so it is what it is. I just realized I do not have the Discord link in our description of the video. Or not the video, the live. So let me go ahead and add that. Forgot to re-add it for this stream. My bad, guys. We're also haven't really drawn, so we're catching up on some of those things. Alright, that should be now in there, and I'll go ahead and just add it to the chat for anyone else. There we go. So, let's go ahead and try to see if I can draw her. This is kind of... So, when I would play this campaign that she's from, I would go and, like, every session, I would do, like, an outfit of the day doodle. So, I don't have that many, like, finished drawings of her, actually. My most finished drawing of her is not even a Cyberpunk Red. Like, I've done a redesign of her before for, so I usually draw her, like, yeah, such a simple design. Let's go. I would do like an outfit of the day. So when we would do a session, I'd be trying to draw her, like, what would be her outfit for that session. It was a lot of fun. I drew her a lot. So I got this little silly doodle of her. Let me bring up some drawings of her for the stream. You might see some guest stars, some of the other people's characters pop in. This is her first drawing I did of her with, like, colors. And the drawings kind of slowly devolved into, like, super simple, like, silly things. Like, there's some colored ones, but they're all, like, very simple little... Like there's like these ones. So like the big thing is like these big poofy ponytails. She's clearly pink, but there's no pink characters in Cerebelle, so we gotta give her a recolor, I guess. It's all those fashion mods that is a thing with Cyberpunk. But here is the redesign I did of her a couple years ago, which is kind of like a good ending, like a solar punk AU. So I think I might kind of stick with these colors, because I think these colors are going to be just more universally easier to use. Oh. We shall see. I'll just be pink anyways, like any normal player would do anyway. I mean, that's what people probably do. But I feel like I want to try and stay stuck to the rules a little bit. Because all of it was like fashion mods to hide her identity from her traumatic backstory, because everything in Cyberpunk Red had to be a little dark and edgy. That was just like the way the cookie crumbles, you know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have drawn her like pre-fashion mods a couple times. The middle drawing is someone else's character. Oh yeah, trauma. So I gotta think, guys. The question is, would she just be an Imperium? Like, or should we do like wild shift, you know? I think it'd be fun to just stay kind of more true to her design and just do an Imperium. But there's also like, do we go lean towards more like how I did, just essentially force a tiefling into Cyberpunk Red? And do maybe more of a looks? These are the serious questions we have to ask ourselves. I might stick with an Imperium. So she was essentially. I cannot for the life of me. Hold up. I keep forgetting the classes on Cyberpunk Red. It's been so long since I've played it. But like I know what they are. I just for some reason like your class role. Okay, it's just tech. That's why I was getting confused. So essentially their mechanics were called techs. Brief sentence from Ikea is like renegade mechanics and super tech inventors, the people who make the dark future run. So essentially they're your mechanic and inventor types. So that was her class in the game. So like she could improve weapons, and that was kind of mechanically and stuff. So her J job or so forth story-wise is that she made just black market weapon, like guns and weapons and stuff. I think a lot of her design is very easy to stay the same. I feel like more it's kind of how does she fit in the world, and maybe that's gonna change more outfit things, more stuff like that. To even keep maybe some similarities to it, she would definitely live in the capital of Jewel, which I really need to rename. Like, I've just been calling it Salix since I was a kid, and that means absolutely nothing. So I can keep it, or maybe I can make a name that actually means something. So she'd probably still live in that capital, like big city. I don't know if I could see this girl live in rural. Where'd my art style go? Oh man. You haven't drawn for a little bit, and so you can't remember how to draw. You look at like actual. The girl's just out of the city for a minute and she implodes. She's just like she's a city girl. What a city girl. I feel like the pigtails are very, like, iconic. But I'm just like, what if we delete the... What if she got a haircut? You know, why not explore? Because honestly, I kind of just drew her without really... I designed her to, like, the questions that were asked on in Cyberpunk Red's character thing. There's like a life path questionnaire, and it kind of helps you figure out your character's backstory, what was important to them, and motives. And it was very Cyberpunk Red, like the lore, the world setting focused. So what if... How do we build off of that into a world that isn't Night City? Oh. I think a big thing is kind of outfit, because we have super futuristic, like, world, and then we have more of a... We're in a Victorian era, and if we have her in the capital of Jewel, that's that's kind of more inspired by Germany. So I'm gonna have to do some playing around with character design. Oh. His legs. Those are some silly legs. Kind of very long and very stick-like. I just remembered, I think I made a playlist for her on Spotify like forever ago. Let's see if I even have it still. Oh yeah, I don't even think I named it hers. Now I'm like, oh, I did. This is like has Chloe Morando in it. Galactic Mermaid, which was from a anime. And that's about it. It's not a very long one, but I also have some songs from it's the Cyberpunk video game itself, because I felt like you gotta add songs from the actual game in like games radio, because that would be like you have literal world lore, like music from the world itself. I don't know what these legs be doing. She's not that tall, bro. She's like, well, she's 5'10", but these hips are. And we gotta go back to our roots of stick figuring this real quick. Good enough. I just wanted like a body to draw on. There we go. Just see your face. Sorry, chat. I'm still a little sick, so you gotta hear all that. Ugh. Also, did you guys see the craziness that was, for some reason, one of my, like, the Minecraft video got, like, 131 views? Like, the hell? Like, the average viewer duration is awful. But like, so many people, like, clicked it. Like, what a thumbnail. Like, the people just kept looking at the VOD, and I'm not gonna complain. I just was like, the hell? Slowly but surely, boys, we're on our way. Once I get videos out, no one can stop us. We're gonna do good once I start getting actual videos out. No one's gonna stop this train. Speaking of, I'm actually planning a video for these first 6 video batches regarding her. So, who knows? I'm doing the most mess with the other party shenanigans in TNT right now. I cannot wait to hear about that, Gemma. Oh my god. That reminded me of the time we had kind of a filler episode where we had a mission of, like, going into this, maybe it wasn't even a mission, of going into some rich person's house as, like, dinner guests from, like, for a party. And we just, by the end of it, we just stole a bunch of stuff. I think Schrodinger's cat was in there because it was just, like, a silly episode. I was like, he's mine. So she's not gonna be in Cyberpunk Red anymore. Her backstory's probably gonna be shifted to something a bit more lighthearted. Alright. Maybe I gotta figure out more of the wording here for her. I think that she's still going to be, more automatically inclined in her interests with mechanics. Like, her big thing was, like, essentially, she always had a knack on how things were built or worked. Very much like an engineer type. And so I want to keep that still. I feel like it'd be fun to bring a lot more back of her, like, original inspirations. She had a lot of, like, chunky shoe inspo in her old Pinterest. Oh, there's even one of, like, big chunky boots, and with, Joelle being mainly, like, there's a big thing of like boots because to avoid your fabrics and stuff being stained. So we can, Joel being on an island, and it's a lot of it. They actually grew, the capital was built on this island, and the island was starting to outgrow the population and realized it was during its early times of being a capital, because originally it wasn't planning to be the capital. And so it just kind of unintentionally became it. And so when they outgrew it, they started building these steel plates going off of the island to start building on that as well. So only like this top upper city section is actually on ground. The rest is on essentially steel platforms. Start looking at some other industrial type of clothes. Also, as much as like I feel like she still have a bit more of a steampunky vibe, just because she's always been a bit alternative. Doesn't particularly mean like edgy, but like she wore a Lolita dress to that like dinner party filler episode. I think that's one of the only times I drew her like with a really different hairstyle. I gave her braids. Yeah. Her face was completely drawn really different. Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. Alright, sorry guys, I'll be right back. I might have to end stream for an emergency.